Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Code Enforcement Board regular meeting on Tuesday, June 13th at 1 p.m. Please silence your cell phones. Ms. Gehart, can you do a roll call, please?
Member Cherbini,
Here.
Member Perlman,
Here.
Member La Sorsa,
Here.
Member Axelrod,
Here.
Vice Chairperson Perlow. Here. Chairperson Schlam,
Here.
Town Attorney Rubin.
Here.
Thank you.
Let's all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Which stands one nation.
Approval of the agenda. Staff are requesting to remove items 9A, 9B, and 9C from the agenda. So is there a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. This page here. Swearing in of the public. For those giving testimony related to the case you are affiliated with, please stand and raise your right hand to be sworn in. And Ms. Dehart is going to swear in those giving testimony. Here she is.
Raise your right hand. By the authority vested in me as a notary of the state of Florida, do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. You may be seated.
Okay, at this time, we have a public comment limited to 3 minutes per speaker. If anybody would like to just speak about the general code enforcement issues or anything that relates to code enforcement. I don't see anybody here that wants to speak. So we have a approval of the minutes of May 9th, 2023. Are there any corrections to the minutes of May 9th? Hearing none, may I have a motion to approve the minutes of May 9th, 2023? Is there a second?
I'll approve second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Unfinished business. A case number CC 2022-12-008 is Timothy Fisher. That's from Bellito, and the violation was inspection requests and approval required. This job has been reg tagged with a stop work order on 12/14/22. Do the board members have any ex parte communications to disclose in this matter? At this time, I now open the violation hearing. Mr. Sowski.
Okay, I am Adam Osowski, Town of Highland Beach Code Compliance Officer, and I've been sworn in. The respondent is Timothy Fisher. The property address is 1123 Highland Beach Drive 1. The case was originally heard at the Code Board hearing on February 14th, 2023. The board ruled the respondent had 14 days to come into compliance, or a fine of $250 per day would be imposed. The board also charged the respondent a $250 cost of prosecution, which was paid on April 26, 2023. On May 9th, 2023, the respondent notified the town requesting this case be heard so the owner can request a fine reduction. The property was in violation for 34 days after the date set for compliance by the board. As of today, the total fine is $8,500. The town asks any reduction be paid within 30 days or the fines revert back to the full amount.
Well, we gave a discount to somebody else who pulled this, so I guess they should get a discount too, but 7,500 instead of 8,500 sounds like a good number.
What, is that
Well,
what
the
it was?
the respondent's
8,500?
attorney is here, and
Yeah.
I think you
Yeah.
want,
Let's have the respondent speak first.
Yeah, can we get some more details about this?
Yeah,
What happened?
originally, they applied for permits, they were doing interior, they're doing an interior renovation. And then they just, for whatever reason, the contractor went outside the scope of the permit, so they were doing additional work. And they weren't calling in for their required inspections throughout the project. So that's what brought the case to be red tagged and then brought to the hearing in February.
How did it get up to 8,500?
It's $250 a day for 34 days.
When was he permitted? He was finally permitted, correct?
Correct, it was 34 days after the compliance date.
Case you're looking.
That was when.
So the
Good.
compliance date would
Timothy
have
Fisher.
been the end of February. He didn't come into compliance till about the end of March, beginning of April.
Okay, and he submitted do we have a date of submission of the request for the permit?
That I'd have to check on the computer.
but this first.
But
story-
yeah, everything's in compliance now. The building inspector's been out there. That's why the fines are stopped and they're requesting the reduction.
So the project has been completed?
Yeah,
No,
no,
the project is finally starting to move along now that the permits were taken care of by the respondent.
okay, so they haven't completed, but they've got the permits.
Correct.
And the permit was issued on, we have that information?
I have to check on the permit records.
Because that's a real question. I mean, if there was a delay, how many days in application, in terms of thinking about a reduction, how many days between the time that the request was made for this new permit and the time that we had and the time that the permit was issued?
I can go get that information for you.
Well,
Yeah.
can I ask, so we said you had 30 days to comply,
14 days,
14 days to
days.
comply, did not,
correct.
and then another 30 some days went beyond that,
34 days, correct.
34 days.
And he didn't attempt after the 14 days to get the permits, or he just was
We don't know.
waiting
Oh.
forever?
That would be a question for the respondent.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah,
that's-
Yeah, and that's where this gentleman here is the attorney.
Yeah.
He's gonna come up. He's been sworn in, so,
And I'll get the dates while he's.
Okay.
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 Yeah, I'd like to hear what he has to say. Printed them out, so. Come on up, sir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mark Corella. I'm the attorney for the owner. And initially, when this project got started, I believe the owner who lives out of town thought he could manage this project on his own, hire his own subs. And that turned out to be a disaster for him and for the town, understandably. There is a window permit that was obtained back in 22 for the windows. And that's what the code enforcement violation said, the December 14 letter. It says window door bucks were modified after initial inspection using non-compliant methods and materials. Concrete infills are not part of plans and were not inspected. Photos taken indicate areas requiring reinforced steel were not placed. Drawing revisions are required. Work is not compliant. Red tag. Okay. It's my understanding that in March, they went out and re-inspected the bucks, and the initial buck inspection passed. And I think Adam might be able to verify that. Okay. Okay, I believe that's indicated on the permit file. There's several permits for this project. There is there's the window permit for the windows. But then subsequent to that, there was let's see here. There's a building permit that was issued on April 4th. And I believe that was a subsequent permit. There had been previous permits that were issued that had expired because the owner had problems with their contractors completing works and things of that nature. So there have been several rounds of permits for this job, but right now there is a current permit for the building. That's BR 23-0063 that was issued on April 4th. There is a sub permit for electrical. That's E 23-0088 that was issued on May 24th of 23. There's a mechanical permit currently M 23-0019 issued for 19 of 23.
So what is the permit that you're missing?
The permit that we're missing is, and I don't have a copy of it.
You're
but
telling me
it's-
about
it's
all
the
these
window
other
permit.
permits, but that's
Right,
not
so
what you're being fined.
there's several permits for this job. This is a
Right.
pretty
Multi
comprehensive job.
permits.
It's a complete gut remodel within the inside,
Right.
you know, with some outside modifications for a new front door, paint, things of that nature. And windows, obviously. So the owner had difficulty with the window contractor, and it took the window contractor and the owner a while to get out there to bring this into compliance, but nonetheless, it did. It's, you know, certainly not an excuse that the owner was trying to manage this job and this window contractor on his own. But the request for a fine reduction is, you know, we're hoping that, you know, it may be mitigation that, you know, this was the owner trying to do this on his own, but now he has a contractor going forward with the new round of permits, and hopefully you're not going to hear from us further regardless of the outcome of this hearing. So
Any questions by the board?
You have, just as an interesting thing, what are you suggesting that we reduce it to from the
8,500.
8,500?
I was going to suggest half. The owner certainly understands that he should pay a fine because of the difficulty caused by the window and the window contractor, and whatever you believe is appropriate, but I would ask the board 50%.
Adam, you want to
And
fill us in on those dates that you have, I believe?
So the main permit that started the case for the remodel originally was initiated January 9th for the case. But by the time they finally got everything squared away with the licensed building inspector, the permit was issued on April 4th.
that's a long time.
Yeah.
What was the, do we have the application date, the actual application?
Yeah,
What-
January 9th,
January.
2023.
So that permit was even there before we came, before we met. Is that
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Hmm.
And it was a permit for just windows or an overall renovation?
Originally, it was for the windows. They then modified it to remodeling. And that's why there's multiple sub permits in addition to it.
They got all the other permits except for the Windows one because there was an issue they had with the windows.
This project has 4 permits on,
Or
correct? And they're all statuses issued.
So now they're ready,
Or what?
they gotta.
Issued.
they've all been issued now, but now there's just a fine from the time that it took to get the window permit.
Now, these permits, how long do they last for, the ones that they got?
Once they're finalized, they don't have to redo them all the
Okay,
time.
so
They
you
just,
don't have a date.
yeah, they just need to be finalized. But they'll follow that process through the permitting and building department.
Inspection, 6 months.
All right,
Well,
So work was
think,
done
uh,
on the windows without a window.
We
permit.
can discuss
that
it.
is
We don't need,
4,500.
we can Adam gets sit down and
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're good.
All right,
We
thank
just,
you.
We're just gonna discuss it and see if anyone wants to make a motion on it.
Well. Well, I think the fairness of half is, originally I said 5, something, 4,500 sounds like an equitable. Amount, it's half what we have on the books, so this way we can put it as, well, is this a number 3 or is this a,
No.
yeah, it's a number 3.
This is neither. This is just, you reduce the fine to a certain amount payable within 30 days.
Yeah, this isn't,
What?
this is
Payable-
just a fine reduction.
Oh, a
hearing,
fine
so
reduction.
We're not doing.
Right, it's not on the list.
Not on there.
Oh, it's not on the
Okay,
list.
right.
Okay, so
So-
we make a motion that the fine be reduced to $4,500 and paid within 30 days.
Does anybody
Right.
have any comment on that? No, you? Okay, does someone second the motion?
I'll second it.
Okay.
All right, let's
Roll
take a
call.
vote.
Member Perlo,
Yes.
member Axelrod,
Yes,
member Turbini,
Yes.
member Perlman,
Yes.
member La Sorsa,
yes.
chairperson Schlam,
Yes,
motion carries.
congratulations. You did great. You earned your pay. You earned your pay today.
Instructions for the railway payment. Right here, yeah.
Will be mailed.
Just hand it over. She'll tell you.
An official code order will be mailed.
Yeah, that's no good.
Yeah, just get his address. or
Yeah, that would be better.
Address.
The attorney is there.
Just right care of.
Him. I have a funny feeling we're gonna see more of this. This, people who are out of state, they don't have a contract. handling.
I did walk.
All right.
Everything.
Well,
And this is what.
the public hearing is now closed.
A disaster.
Is there a motion to staff's recommendation? We did it already. Do the roll. Okay, so
We're
now new
done.
business. Is there any new business?
No,
There is no new
Can I
business
ask one question?
for the
Ralph?
record. Questions?
Yes.
We don't do questions.
No, but
here.
can I say, then I'll raise a point.
Yeah.
When we have just one case like this,
we should roll it over
we should roll it over.
Roll it over.
Yeah.
for the next
The
meeting.
next meeting. I mean, we really don't need, to be here for 20 minutes or 25
Right.
minutes for one case. I
Okay.
don't know if that's legal. You have to find out.
Well, I mean,
done
someone
it.
would have to contact me and let me know. I had no idea there was only one
Yeah,
on the case, and I don't think anyone did until the
Adam?
last minute. So
Well,
it
When
was-
did you know that there was only one case?
like today.
So that was back almost a week ago, correct?
Yeah, but I looked online. It didn't say that it was canceled. Those were,
well,
I'm just raising a question
yeah,
that if we have short meetings like this, should we roll it over?
you
Is
know,
that a problem as far as you're concerned or?
and who has the authority to make that decision?
Yeah, if it's already been noticed, you really can't roll it over. You'd have to meet to continue it. So that's the issue. Once they're noticed for a specific date, we really have to do it on that specific date unless it's continued, but you have to have a meeting to continue it. So
all right,
Okay.
hence the one case.
okay.
Yes.
So,
Okay, announcements. June 20th, 2023 at 1:30 PM is the town commission meeting. Then July 8th, 2023 at 9:30 AM, planning board, regular meeting. And our next meeting for code enforcement is July 13th at 1 PM. Let me make sure I have it in here. Oh, geez. 13th.
I'll be
Uh,
here.
Okay, I did too.
I have it on
I-
the
I
thirteenth.
just read it off the thing I got.
Let's see.
wait a second, it can't be July 13th. That's a Thursday.
Ah,
That's not- It is the 11th. Okay, I was gonna say that.
okay, so that was a boo-boo.
I'm glad I was looking at my
Okay.
calendar here. Let me put it in. Code enforcement meeting.
I have it as July eleventh
Yeah, because
also.
I'll be at
Yeah.
it. I'll be in Louisville, Kentucky on the 13th.
Well, not for horses,
I'll be heading.
No, I would have liked to go to the Derby, but
but it's done.
I was gonna say, it's a little late.
Wrong month.
I
exactly.
just don't like to be.
I
Yeah,
missed
they
it.
just keep dropping dead. He has to do it.
Okay, hold on. The meeting is officially adjourned at 1:21 PM.
Super fan.
Thank you.
Yep.
Better not see in the notes that it's 1:20.